The biggest reason why some people love to live in Canggu and some people absolutely hate it is the area they choose to stay. I have lived here over 3 years and I've stayed in so many different areas that at this point I know very well where you should stay and avoid staying to have the best experience here in Canggu, Bali. So in this video I will show you 5 different areas that I recommend the most and also give you examples of the lifestyle you can live in those different kind of areas. And also where to not stay to avoid the bad traffic you probably seen on social media. So I will start here in Canggu center and then circle back through all the best areas to where I started filming the intro and show you my absolute favorite areas. Here in Canggu center, it's really good areas to stay, especially if you don't want to drive a scooter. It's very walkable, there's sidewalks everywhere here now and the distances are really close by. There's so many restaurants. It's quite busy here, but closer to the beach. It's never really, the traffic is not stuck, but it's not like a peaceful area. There's no rice fields here or anything like that. That's why I don't love staying here. I was actually staying here in Vaasani for a few months. It was really nice experience to be so close to all the cafes, always just in the morning walking to some cafe to get some food and coffee and work. Like it's super nice here. The beaches are really nice close by, so it's not too bad, but yeah, it is quite touristic, so it's not the best area in my opinion, but if you can find a place here it can be super nice still. So if you want to stay in this Canggu center area, I would recommend the most this road that goes past the restaurants Shady Shack, La Baraka and Vegan Babe here. Amazing restaurants by the way, and this road is a little bit more peaceful, so it's really close to everything, but it's more peaceful place to stay. All the way up to Create, which is also a nice famous like Canggu style restaurant. So this area is pretty nice. And you can still walk down to the beach or quick drive, and there's nice beach club La Brisa here, and nice stairs to watch sunset. And the La Brisa beach is also good for swimming. And there's Batu Bolong close by, an eco beach where you can surf. You can learn to surf easily, there is the best place for that. And here you're also close to the famous Old Man's Bar, which is more like a chill vibe for people living in Canggu. And the party goes to the beach after Old Man's, so that's pretty cool vibe. The next area is Nelayan Street. It took me only 2 minutes from Canggu center to drive here, so it's really close by. It's, again, super central area. I used to live here for a few months and I absolutely loved it actually because it's central but it's more peaceful, like relaxed. Like this road is super nice. There's many nice cafes like Zin Cafe here. We're actually really close to the beach now, and this is good place to like work and co-working and cafe and food and everything at the same time. It's actually a pretty nice place to stay also, but it can be quite expensive nowadays. There's also the original famous like nice really expensive gym Body Factory on this street, but yeah, it's super expensive. If you want to socialize with other successful people, it can be a good place. And this is actually the last road before the Canggu shortcut and Berava, which is more busy area. I will actually drive a little bit up to the road to show you more of that area where some rice field there. It can get super busy around here, but it can be actually for some people really good area to stay because there's Tropical Nomad co-working here, then Power and Revive Gym that some people say is really nice, and then Jungle Paddle. So there's a lot of activities in this area, and actually when you drive up this road there's big rice field area still, and it's way more chilled there because people just go to the shortcut but don't really drive there. And if you need to for any reason go to Berava more often, where some like nightclubs, beach clubs and some restaurants and like things to do, or Seminyak or Kuta to the bigger malls or something. If you like to do that more often, then this can be quite optimal area to stay actually. But if you don't really care about the beach clubs and nightclubs and fancy restaurants and like stuff like that, I would highly recommend not staying in that side of the shortcut where Berava is and Seminyak. It's super busy there, the vibe is not as good. I don't really like it that much at all. It's more like local tourists or like fancy people go there. Canggu and the other areas I will show next are way better. And yeah, let's go to the next area. The next area, it only took 4 minutes from all the way down there to drive up here to Bapakan rice fields. What's amazing about this area is that you can find more cheap accommodation here, which is of course something you need to do before you come to Bali. And hopefully you will be able to find something in your budget in one of these areas. But also I want to give you one quick tip how to make your arrival to Bali more stress-free. And that is to install Airolo app and get an eSIM before your flight. And since Airolo is kindly sponsoring this video, you will get $3 off your first eSIM purchase with my code YOSET3. You might know how stressful it can get in a new destination when you arrive to the airport and don't really understand how things work and the Wi-Fi there doesn't work, and you're also trying to get right to your accommodation from the airport. And often the Wi-Fi in the villa doesn't even work and there's something wrong, so you're really in trouble. With the Airolo app you can download a digital data pack from over 200 countries and regions and be connected anywhere in the world the second you land. Airolo is the first and leading eSIM store on the market and is trusted by over 10 million travelers. So no more roaming fees, no more waiting in lines to get the local SIM card at the airport, no more hassle looking for a strong Wi-Fi connection at the airport. Install Airolo app today so you can stay connected wherever you travel, and use my code YOSET3 to get $3 off your first eSIM. But now back to the video. So I'm here at Bali Paddle Academy in Bapakan rice fields. What's amazing about this area is that there's huge rice fields. It's really beautiful, peaceful area with the little roads on the rice field. You can take runs there, walking there. And there's some nice restaurants around here also. But yeah, you're just a few minutes away from many of the places in Canggu. The negative is that it's a little bit further away from the beach, but if that's not so important for you and if you want to enjoy a little bit cheaper prices, there's probably more chances finding something affordable in this area than the main areas in Canggu. There's also another area called Tumpak Bayou next to Bapakan, and these areas are more local, more relaxed, peaceful, like more rice fields and local villages and stuff like this. So it can be quite amazing in these areas. But remember that driving to the beach from here, even if it's just for like 5 to 10 minutes, it can be quite annoying if you need to do that all the time, because the traffic can get stuck randomly somewhere. You can get stuck behind a truck or something, or you know, like even if most of the time the traffic flows well, sometimes it's just annoying. So that's why I don't prefer staying in this area. But if you can find nice accommodation here you couldn't in other places, it can be quite perfect. So I drive a little bit back down on the road in Bapakan, back to where the main road in Canggu called Jalan Raya Canggu. It's very busy, not so busy here, but when you go more to Berava it gets stuck a lot and it's crazy. There's a lot of local trucks and everything. I hate driving this road. So what I would highly recommend is to not to stay along the way of the Jalan Raya Canggu. Bapakan and Tumpak Bayou is still good because you can easily go down to Canggu and it's not gonna, you don't need to drive actually the Jalan Raya Canggu. But if you go more that way to Berava and Seminyak along the way of that road, it can be quite bad situation. So yeah, don't do that. And if you're getting value out of this video, please like the video and subscribe to not miss the next ones. So it took 6 minutes to drive to the next area here to Perernan, which is the area where I stay, and I think it's pretty much the optimal area to stay for most people. I'm here in front of Almond restaurant, and it's a nice restaurant, but the point of being here now is to explain to you this area here is very peaceful all the way. There's 3 different roads because they're not the way to go to anywhere else than to the beach and also to some restaurants and some villas. The roads are super chill and there's so much around here. A lot of restaurants, nice gym like Wrong Gym. There's paddle up to the road, there's another gyms around here. There's so much here, but also we're next to the big rice fields in Perernan, as well as right next to the Perernan shortcut. So you can, if you drive a bike, you can take shortcut to Canggu super easily. It is not like Canggu shortcut here. This one is super short and it doesn't get stuck or anything. So you are very close to everything in Canggu. You are very close to the big rice fields. You can take runs and walks there. It's amazing. And the beach in Perernan is really nice. It's more local, really nice place to watch sunset. And you're also really close to Eco Beach where the La Brisa is. So nice beach club and nice beach to swim and surf. So yeah, the lifestyle here is pretty amazing. It's quite perfect. I really love to stay here even for really long term in this area. And there's a lot of nice accommodation around this area also. It can be quite expensive in most of the cases because it's very like popular area these days. So if you can get a good deal like I get in my place that is quite affordable, I mean, very affordable for what it is. It's really amazing area and really comfortable place. You can check my Bali life guide for all the accommodation recommendations. I have all the places I stay and have stayed are there, and also more detailed explanation of the specific areas and specific roads, and of course so much more, like everything else you need to know when you are moving to Bali. And you can also check my Southeast Asia stays video guide if you're only interested in the accommodation and areas to stay and you are going many of the destinations in Southeast Asia that I show in my channel. You can find all the information about every destination there. And yeah, sometimes in my Canggu video there's one or two comments saying that, like, people say that they hated Canggu, it was so terrible. Try staying in this area. Like, if you stay in Umalas, Kerobokan, Berava, all those areas that I don't recommend, yeah, I would hate it too. But yeah, there's still one area to show which can be amazing for a lot of people also if you want even more like chill and local vibe. So yeah, the next area, just few minutes drive from Peronan. This whole big rice field area all the way to Sese, where is a really nice, like a really chill beach bar called Warung Pantai. It's really awesome vibe there. I really love that place, and generally like that area there is super like a more local and more peaceful place to stay. There's a lot of places to stay there. Why I don't think any of these even here really close to the Peronan area, it's not the best place to stay because you often go to the gyms and restaurants and like everything basically in Canggu, and you need to drive through these like shortcuts that are not the most comfortable places to drive. In my opinion, the best way is to live in Peronan, so you're close to everything, you go all the time, and then every time you want to come to the more chill places, you just drive really fast here, and like you can enjoy these like weekly basis, but you don't need to drive every day many times through the shortcuts. So in Sese the vibe is more like this big local temples and just less going on, more rice fields. It can be really amazing if you enjoy this kind of vibe. There's also some nice cafes in this area, but definitely way less than in Peronan, like 100 times less. But they're even like building a new paddle place around here. I think slowly this will become like more and more nice area to actually stay for a lot of people, but at this moment there's still not much here, so I don't really enjoy staying here because I would need to drive all the way to Peronan and Canggu all the time. But anyway, I hope you got value out of this video. Like and subscribe, check my Bali guide to get more information about Bali and Southeast Asia stays. See you next week.